Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. Okay, I'm ready with yet another update on TR to PR pathway. At the same time, in case if you're looking for more information on CEC and Federal Skilled Worker Program, this is a new article which has been shared by CIC News, and I'll be sharing in the description box below, and I'll be covering little more detail what Federal Skilled Worker Programs and CEC candidates can expect. Although the news is not motivating, the focus is still on TR to PR pathway to generate maximum landed immigrants under this category, and that's the focus. And we have kind of bombarded with lot many timelines. So quickly, to avoid delays or rejection, I would strongly recommend please submit your PCC within its valid time period, even if you have not received the AOR. Secondly, in case if any LOE like any ADR is there, especially for your employment history, make sure to attach all the documents with LOE. Whenever you submit your pay stubs, your reference letter, or even T4 forms, make sure to attach the LOE, that's letter of explanation, that what all it's for. And in case if you have crossed the deadline, for say if IRCC has asked you to submit particular document within 7 days time period or 15 days time or 30 days time period, and for some reason you were not able to do it, just attach the LOE and explain the reason of delay. Thirdly, in case if you can link up your PR card after receiving the ECO PR, it's good. And in case if you're not able to do it, don't need to worry about that. You still would get the ECO PR, and I've got the timeline in that case also. There's one more thing you can do is like, just try to link up your PR card using the instructions which I've mentioned on the slide, like using your UCI number and your place of birth, exactly what's it's written onto the passport, including the space and comma. So there should not be any variation. So, right. Okay, moving on to our first line timeline. Before that, in case if your PCC is also expired, there have been cases where visa officer has accepted. But let's dive into our Akshat's case that there are things that could lead to rejection also. Now, he has applied on May 6th at 12:07 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Now, he received the EOR on June 8th, which seems to be pretty fast. Now, he got the medicals and everything, and then got the ADR for pay stubs, job letter, and duties of job, so that he has to be more descriptive. Now he submitted all of that on September 24th. After that, he received a response from IRCC where they couldn't determine whether he was working at the time of case filing. Although this is an IG stream and it is not a mandatory requirement that you should be working or should need to have 1560 hours, in last 3 years and blah blah. But IRCC has asked, and they have clearly mentioned that in case he fails to submit that information, his case is likely to get rejection. So this is a serious thing, and as I said, that it depends upon the visa officer, whosoever is assessing your application. Now this is a panic situation. However, he handled it pretty well. The applicant responded back to visa officer with the LOE, that's very important, and then offered and submitted all the documents related to his employment, like pay stub, even the study permit, and then offer letter also. Now, what happened is the reason why visa officer might have been skeptic is at the time of application, Akshat was working in a different profile with a different company, and after that, he switched to a different company. Now, you definitely can do that. However, you need to submit the proof via web form. So my recommendation, in case if you have left the company or the NOC which you have applied under stream A, B, or even IG stream, I would recommend please make sure to raise the web form. There was no condition of NOC under IG stream, so you don't need to worry about that. So just simply attach the offer letter from the new employer so that your information is all updated in the records. Now, as you see here, he got the ECOPI yesterday on January 27th. Moving on to the timeline update, there have not been cases again from May 6th to May 7th, 3 a.m. That's a maximum. And under French stream, they've been increased. That earlier I remember it was October 16th. Now they have stretched to October 22nd. So French is really good in terms of rollouts. And yes, I have got plethora of stream A and B today. So I think they are getting back to such timelines. So this is IG stream again. He has applied at 6:15 p.m. Eastern time zone to be precise. Got everything in sequence, AOR, ADR, and everything. So he got the ECOPR that was yesterday, January 27th. You can take the screenshot just to have a little more understanding on it. Moving on to another timeline is of stream A with two dependents. Now, in this case, this applicant has applied under NOC 3413 and it was July 14th. Now, there are a lot of people actually applied on May 6th or May 7th or whatever the date. Thereafter, they pulled the case, because they were not very confident, especially under stream A and B. I remember a lot of you have applied and then, drew it back and then reapplied it. So you don't have to worry about that. Your application is very much intact and you will be able to get the update like he has got. So he got the ADR for police clearance certificate for the dependents who actually are outland. So he sent the explanation letter that all the dependents are physically present in Canada, so you can always respond back to them. And he got the reply that he doesn't need to submit any PCC. So sometimes visa officer might miss some points, so you have to be like you are the leader of your own case. So just make sure that you update every information under your file, and that's how he got the ECOPR that was yesterday on January 27. Okay, this is another IG stream case with outland dependent. It's 4 p.m. Eastern time zone, as you see, and then he linked the file and got the PCC request. Usually, you will get the PCC request for your outland spouse since your application is from Canada and you are physically present here. And as a part of previous submission, maybe study permit or work permit, you must have submitted that. So in case if visa officer asks you, you can certainly submit the one you have submitted at the time of case filing. And if you have not traveled outside Canada, don't need to worry about that. That should work. But my recommendation would be in case if they are asking for PCC again from you, try to submit the confirmation receipt for the new one, just to be on a safer side, because you never know who's taking care of your case. Okay, now resuming back to the case, he got the PPR for outland dependent on January 21st, and I've explained the letter how it looks like in one of my previous video. I'll try to share the link in the description box below. And then he got the ECOPR that was yesterday 27. Okay, this is the French stream, October 22nd. Now, he linked up the application today with UCI and family name. So it actually can tweak it depending upon the information you have. You can either try to link up with application number and family name or the UCI, and other stuff. I've already explained the process in one of my video and the link would be in description box below. Okay, and moving on to another timeline is 12:29 p.m. That's May 6th again. So he received the AOR and application was linked. Now, at the time of application, this candidate was in Vancouver, and at the time of receiving the PR card, he is in Toronto. So if you see here that there was e-medical submission through immigration consultant, so you have to follow the process. You have to submit all the documents through consultant and make sure that you are in touch with your consultant so that each and every information should be updated on in time, and you should not miss upon any of the document because ultimately it's your case, it's not there. So he got the rejection of photo. If you remember, like towards December, everybody was getting into that situation that photos were not getting accepted by visa officer. So that is again not a case where your application would get rejected. It's just that you have to resubmit it and it has to be in parameter. So for those who are still in the process and they're likely to get the PR confirmation portal, please make sure that the photograph, whatever you are going to submit, it has to be as per the IRCC standards, CHC guidelines. It's already mentioned on IRCC, like cic.gc.ca website, and the link would be again in the description box below. Then he got the email and everything was done. And if you see, November 27th was the time when he got the ECUPR, and January 27th is time when he actually got the PR card. And I have shared few cases, this week only, where you're likely to get the PR card within 2 weeks also. It's all game of how you are going to update your information. Had this candidate been able to submit the correct photograph, it would not have delayed, and it would have, he must have been able to get the PR card maybe latest by December. Yeah, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, another timeline under healthcare stream with inland spouse and one outland dependent. So this is May 8th application. Got the process in time, able to link up and everything was done. And then there was an ADR for description of job duties. Now this, let me remind you, this is a healthcare case. So the NOC, like NOC he has applied under, uh, the job duties, whatever he has demonstrated, it should be in sync with the employment documents like the pay stubs, reference letter, or offer letter, whatever he will get from his company has to be attached. So there could be some kind of a discrepancy, and that's how they have asked to prove the description of duties and proof of income. So he submitted that, and that's how he got the PPR for Outland Dependent. And then he got the ECOPR on January 28th, that is today, and visa offices, Calgary. Okay. Another case is of Chris, 7:17 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Now, this candidate was again asked for police clearance certificate and employment letter. So I think just be ready, guys, in case if you have not have updated the information related to your employment, because based upon recent trend, IRCC is not just like I would say like restricted around just the PCC or biometrics or all those documents, but they are now asking for employment proof also. So just make sure that you submit it on time. And he got the ECOPR, that was yesterday, January 27th. Another timeline, he got the ECOPR today, and this candidate has applied under healthcare stream on August 11th. So if you see that, you can take the screenshot again. So in this case, he linked up the application on November 25th. Now, in some of the cases, you might not be able to get the update right away. And some of the people actually, like a lot of applicants, have tried to relink the application with a different ID. So he did the same thing. It almost like 15 days later, he really relinked the application, and that's how he started getting the response also. Like, within 2 days of relinking, he got the AOR. So this is one of the trick you definitely can use in case if you have not received or hear back from IRCC even after linking up for the first time. But relinking is not gonna affect your case. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, this is a timeline under stream A with 3 outland and 2 inland. So he has applied on August 14th, and December 8th was the time when he got the AOR. Thereafter, he kind of himself raised the web form for IMM 5669, and he got the PPR for Outland. So if you see that there are not many questions being asked from him, since he was able to submit all the documents in one go on August 14th. That's how he was able to get the ECOPR today. So generally, if you have more dependents, like in this case, if you see like 5 dependents and 1 principal applicant, so it total makes it 6. So there will be a lot of documents to be submitted. But the good thing, if you're able to submit in one go and you have updated your file uh, as per the norms, then definitely you don't need to worry about that, and the time taking process would be pretty less. So in any ways, healthcare stream are getting through within 5 to 8 months time period. So this is equally good. Okay, another non-healthcare stream, May 29th, he was able to get the AOR on November 10th, and then the PR card was received on January 26th, 2 days ago. Now, he tried to link up the PR card. Now, this is what I was talking about, that he could not link up the card using his, last name as per the passport uh, information and all. So there was no delay, there was no rejection, or I would say he just got through, like, it was like November 29th. He got the rejection in terms of photograph again, and that is one of the reason that it took him almost 2 months. So yeah, it's equally the same what I've just discussed before. So just try to make sure that the information should be up to date, because in this case the photograph got rejected. That was one of the reason, not the ability to link up the PR card. Okay, another timeline under stream B, he has applied on July 13th, and he was able to get the ADR for PCC on December 13th. So if you see there that that was pretty quick, and 2 days ago he was able to get the ECOPR, that was on January 26th. So this is all under TR to PR pathway. I hope this has been little help to you. Now let's dive into our Federal Skilled Worker Program and CEC thing, what exactly is happening. I'm going to cover this paragraph first because this would make sense. Now, this is like internal memo or internal information. So Immigration Minister Fraser actually, what happened is that he is kind of contemplating, and they are trying to resume, or they probably would get back to draws for federal skilled worker programs and CEC later, not at this point of time. But again, this is a very gray area, to be honest with you, because if you see here that there is still no information on when federal skilled worker program and CEC draws will resume. So the minister is still seeking consultation. This is like a not a clear cut information what management is like, what immigration department is trying to project. So we just have to wait. At this point of time, the prime focus is on getting the maximum landed immigrants, and the best method what they have is that, so that smoothly they can work on immigration is TR to PR pathway or the PNP draws. So last two draws has been targeted to PNP only, and we are kind of speculating. There is no confirmation, or there's no confirmed answer to it. So I would recommend just keep intact, and I'll be posting update through my channel. So this is all that we are just not very sure that how and when they are going to start or resume back to federal skilled worker program. I feel bad for the CEC, especially because they are working here, and if you go through the stories above, this is like disheartening because they have got the work permit. They've been working here for like more than 1 year or 2 year or 3 years, and still there's no way they would be able to get the PR. So goes for federal skilled worker program, because they are in the pipeline for almost like 2 years, and they've hold it back with each and every decision related to their education of their kids, or they're planning to settle down in their native country. So yeah, I'll just try to keep you posted through my channel whatever the outcome is. I hope this video has been little help to you, and in case it does, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates under all the immigration programs. So right now, I'm just trying to be active enough on TR to PR pathway or PNP draws as and when they happen. All right, till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Don't forget to wear mask. That's very important. Okay, bye.